We've grown accustomed to seeing the internet as a self-evident utility, like water flowing through pipes. But have you ever wondered who designs that switch? Who owns the pipes? And if every path on the network is pre-programmed by an invisible group of people, do we truly still have freedom of movement? These aren't technical questions. They are questions of power, of ethics, and ultimately, of how we choose to live in a programmed world. The early days of the internet were a golden age of freedom. Anyone could write a blog, build a website, invent software. You owned what you created. But then, everything changed. In the mid-2000s, a small group of large companies quietly began to tighten their grip. They offered free, convenient services users couldn't resist, and then, like sophisticated empires, they began to levy taxes. Today, you put in the work to create content, attract millions, but you don't own your audience nor choose the algorithms. You can be deleted at any time without recourse. We call it the creative economy, but it's a rental economy in creative clothing. You are the product. Your data, habits, emotions, and relationships are collected, analyzed, and sold. This is the permissioned internet, where every action requires permission, and you constantly live in fear that those gates will close. But if everything is truly that bleak, is there still hope? Yes. A new movement is emerging called Web3 blockchain. It's a new way to build networks where participants can not only read and write, but also own asterisk. Blockchain is an entirely new type of computer, globally distributed, operating without intermediaries, making commitments that cannot be betrayed. It allows us to redesign the structure of power, not with slogans, but with code. Tokens are the key to this, the digitized version of ownership. The difference between a user and an owner is like the difference between a passenger and a shareholder. A user only consumes, an owner has the right to shape. This isn't a utopia, it's a practical model that has begun to operate. We can reclaim the internet, not through violence, but through architecture, because design is destiny. The internet, like life, will not change if there are only observers. Be a writer, an owner, a creator. Do you dare to step into that world not as a consumer, but as a co-creator?